Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who likes to get it done through the air. The Browns are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Steelers, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space. So let's get out to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established. About what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Penn State. It's Christian Hackenberg.
And when you ask someone to describe their ideal quarterback by look, I think Christian Hackenberg fits the profile. Big, strong, physical kid, powerful right arm. You know that he can make any throw that you ask of him. All they're seeking from him is consistency now.
A first down throw for Hackenberg. Wheaton with a catch right side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now Hackenberg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a second down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, here's Hackenberg. It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will... hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take it. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Let's go!
On third down, Hackenberg. And incomplete here on third down. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Bryant spread out to the right. Fourth down, they do snap it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Get loud. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
Coleman now. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They will run again with Coleman. And he is going going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds, incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns defense getting ready. And trailing on the scoreboard last time, able to force the fumble. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
That's exactly right, because what they did last time has helped them stay in this game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
Here's Coleman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, here we go. Blue,
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jason Witten, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. somewhere. To paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll look to throw, and this one complete to Witten over the middle. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have some.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. 2nd down following the run. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 10-6 the score. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. catching the ball and not much run after the catch. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 17 yards there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The Steelers defense, we watch them get set to go. They got a little steam following the interception the last time they were out there, Charles.
And they wanted to keep that going now because once you get one, he wanted to multiply and turn into a bunch more. And right now, they're putting up their version of a no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. I like that. We had a flyover before the game.
Yeah, but this time, they would intercept it. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Just because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And they'll go on the ground. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his crew will take over at their own 45. take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And
all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll set up a throw. They'll roll him out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big-bodied receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And the 3rd time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Check, front stick. Check, front stick. Come on, baby, get excited. Here we go now. 319. Hot 319.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pryor has it complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And they'll run it here. And some room to work. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Browns are winning the turnover battle, but this is still a tight game. The Steelers have to feel somewhat lucky to still be in such a close game, considering those turnovers. All right, let's roll those highlights. Steelers take it at the 24. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. The Steelers going up by 6. Following the forced fumble, the pass will be caught over the middle. And after the short pass, he'll score. The lead grows to 4. Offense out now following the interception. Pryor's got the catch here, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. The lead now at 11. 4th down from inside the 30. The quick pass and completion is made, and 21 yards later, he'll go in for the score. Steelers down now by 5. They take it at the 33-yard line. Quick pass is complete, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Browns up now by 12. Now to late in the second. He's free and clear of the defense here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Trailing now by 5.
All right, LR, thank you, my man. Still anyone's contest, just a 2-point game as we get set for the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he gets it. Went all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
give it to him right up the gut. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go. Over.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards to gain here on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll look to throw here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Bryant spread out to the right. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Over the middle here to Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So now you look at the numbers and what has caused this dip here, back-to-back games now.
Well, partner, we know this is a copycat league, and we just know that they watch the game film, and they just decided to put the same game plan into effect. And so far, he hasn't found a way to solve things. And they're not going to change up until he does.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
He's had a big game tonight, Mom. No one's going to be overly concerned about that last play. You also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl call. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they're going to go for 2. It's Coleman here, and he's... going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Green with a catch left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Green, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now a first down following that long gain. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll set up a throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James, and that'll bring up second down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green 39!
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. And 9 yards there on the return. Following a punt of 47. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed
And my goodness, another interception. A great read. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Starts with a handoff to Coleman. And after After the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They'll drop to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 18 yards to pick up there. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Finding time. And he's got some space here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. So now it's left in the hands of their defense to come up with an immediate stop.
And this is where you count on your stars on defense. Can they come up with a game-altering play here? Can they knife through into the backfield and pop the ball free? Can they make that type of a play that gives them another opportunity? And what do we say? One timeout.
Yep.
But you get a second
2-minute warning.
with a 2-minute warning, so they've got to use those well.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Green, 39!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Surveying the field. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Hill. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Browns, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Give them 11 on the gain there, and the Browns are going to have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Penn State. It's Christian Hackenberg.
And when you ask someone to describe their ideal quarterback by look, I think Christian Hackenberg fits the profile. Big, strong, physical kid, powerful right arm. You know that he can make any throw that you ask of him. All they're seeking from him is consistency now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. In the red zone this time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jason Witten, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A first down throw for Hackenberg. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Hackenberg on second down. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up second down. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hackenberg now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Hackenberg on first down. It's complete. It's Miller. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
As a former defender, Brandon, the goal was always to tackle the receiver immediately after the catch. When you missed and gave up additional yardage, you didn't make anyone on your team happy. That's why I'm sitting here next to you. And
all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On play action, it's Hackenberg, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone, and now third down. Third and goal, Hackenberg rolling to his right. He can run. Touchdown, Steelers. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. play by him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Complete to Jason Witten. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown. The game, his 3rd on the year, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, Hackenberg again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So ways to go here on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Hackenberg. And that's incomplete.
So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on 1st down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice?
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Come on now, let's go.
They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll go on the ground. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And he fields it cleanly. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Hackenberg. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Hackenberg looks to throw it. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
He's now exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And out will come the offense as they take over. We get a glance at the Browns' defense as they file into position. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Hill. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns' defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after now from Catanzaro. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On second down, here's Hackenberg. Bryant with a catch right side. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. The first down throw for Hackenberg. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Hackenberg. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone says the field judge, it's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw, and he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Steps away. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll look to throw here. And he locates Wheaton, complete. And into the zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marcus Wheaton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And it looks like we've got a down set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there as this This will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit. Reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that, and the way that you phrased it is perfect, because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway, because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway, that's for sure.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, the win for him is number 6 on the year.
it.